my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Pops, and Dave went.
Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went.
Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy.
The blends be all the right cred,
Meaning credentials.
best of both worlds when we rockin' over
Pearls
pearls.
in the instrumental.
Are you ready?
Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right, turn it up, we giving a show.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talking about, space or out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind?
When it was time to get it lit, we got
It all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
live off the board. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right, turn it up, we giving a show.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talking about, space or out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind?
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me. No conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes.
act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not save us, Be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out for this. I never switch, she never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist.
All on my wrist, AOB, just all off of getting money since I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crap.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto, if you wanna go. And I'ma catch those Mexican dummy pesos. Get your sauce, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though.
On a gorgeous southern afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Atlanta, Georgia, and inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Ready, 5:25.
Check 13. Check 13.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in Week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
On second down, Freeman. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
That's good for a Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Wait.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
22. Tight end's right. 4 down. Check. Hey, check. Watch safety creep. 51. Safety's creeping. Hey, check 24. Check. Base. Kill. Check. Turn it up.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
21. Gun. Alert 3.
Now it's Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
To try again after the sack, Ryan. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
Kill. Hey, wait. Kill.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
At their own 25-yard line.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
Get in the weight room. 59. Check, 59. Double dog. That's the way.
Jameis to throw it. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year, but that was in only 10 games. 6'6", 251, and can run. Find a way to get him the ball as they just did there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Winston now. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Ready. White 25. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Jameis now on 1st down. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Falcons' 16-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Shut it. Black 22.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, A 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Here we go, G. Here I come. Here I come. Mike 35. Mike 30. Hey, South. Hey, Alpha. Ready to go.
Throwing on second down. Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 4 yards on the pickup. And just like that, it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey, high 7. Get up.
On third down, Ryan. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Ndamukong Suh in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Winston of the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Check 59. Mike.
From the gun, Winston. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First down, Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Again, it's Winston. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs.
Let's go. Touchdowns, baby. Let's go.
Mike Evans, his 17th touchdown now on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready,
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, 59, ready. '61, matchbox light.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
I'm here all day. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
It's a gain of 7.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 17, Winston. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. 12 yards there and a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Winston now to throw on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. Got him in. It's Breshad Perriman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Winston throwing complete to Mike Evans. It's a first down on a gain of 10. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On the run, this is Hunt. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Winston. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. From the red zone now, Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. To throw is Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Winston's pass intended for Mike Evans. Incomplete. It's 2nd and goal.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And Gay knocks this one through. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Winston to throw it this time. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Winston. He's got Evans. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now Winston. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Winston. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Gun. Hey, exit. 35's the mic. Here we go. Mike, 35.
To throw again, Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Airing this one out for Evans. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now Ryan on 1st down. Looking deep for Julio. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Ndamukong Suh has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, second half is underway up in Orchard Park. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. A 1st down throw for Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. They'll go screen here to Hunt. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Ready, we're ready. That's 25. Watch tight end. Tight right. 3 down. Hey, check. Ready for that?
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? I mean, they seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown is going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it a total shutout, but hey, if you don't give up touchdowns, you got a heck of a chance to win.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it now. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
Let's check. Joker.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Switch. Shoot. 11. Here we go. Mike 35. Hey,
Greystone, travel.
Get in the weight room.
54, stop.
Check nickel.
Ready to go.
The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. He sets to fire deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that you might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
They'll run again with Hunt. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 24. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. Incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. On 3rd down, Winston. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Sacks all day, baby. Go ahead, take a seat. You can't stop me.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. After the sack on first down, Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. The Falcons on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
Hey, Charlie. Strip that ball. Mike 30. Hey, South. 35. Hey, check. Let's get that ball. Sponge. No.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now this time he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
22. Blue draw Corkers. Hey, zoom.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
While sometimes it doesn't appear like much, the out route can be very dangerous when you throw it to a guy like Julio Jones. If you try and undercut it, he can turn into a big play. But the reason he's able to get it so often is because of his ability to push people deep, and they have to respect that.
He's going to let it fly, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Here we go. Wait. Switch. 80 weapon.
Throwing again. Ryan. Forced out to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Ready, Blue 80! Blue 80! You ain't doing nothing. 11! Mike 35! Mike 35!
On third down, Ryan letting one go deep for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. There on the coverage, knocking that one away, was Mike Edwards. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on fourth down.
21!
They're going on fourth down. It's Ryan. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Watch one. Watch one. Let's go, baby. Wait. Get that ball. 25.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Ryan looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for Tampa Bay, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.